guys, how are you doing? In this video, I'll be talking about how you can move to Malta as a nurse, get certified and registered into the nursing council. And also, if you are not yet a nurse but you want to study nursing in Malta, I'll also be explaining that in the video. So sit back and let's start the talk. So let's say you're a nurse but you studied outside of the EU. For instance, you studied in Nigeria and you're already practicing in Nigeria, but you want to move to Europe and be able to practice as a nurse. You can't just move and start practicing. It's not always like that. Even though I know, like in the UK now, they recruit nurses from Nigeria and stuff. But let's say you want to practice in the EU. You can't just relocate and start practicing immediately. You have to do what they call a bridging program before you'll be able to practice. And like, you need to be registered first under the nursing council before you'll be able to practice as a nurse. The nursing bridging program is simply the program that will bridge the knowledge gap and develop the required work culture for prospective nurses and midwives to be able to practice in Malta in this case. So after successfully going through the course, you will now be eligible to take the exam to be registered into the Maltese Nursing and Midwifery Council. You get? So what do you stand to gain as someone that want to relocate abroad as a nurse and keep practicing? Number one thing I want to say that you stand to gain if you are moving to Malta to practice is the process, the fast and easy process it will take you. Okay? Aside the cost of living and all that, Malta speaks English. So you moving to Malta as a nurse would benefit you because you wouldn't need to take time out again to learn a different language before you are able to get registered. No, because they speak English, you can just move there and start. You can just move there immediately, bridge the course and then start practicing. Okay? Also, the duration it takes for you to do the bridging course and get certified is just about 6 to 8 months, depending, because it's full time. If you are coming from a non-EU like Nigeria, you're gonna take the full-time course, which is like 6 months to 8 months. Okay? And also, I know a lot of people wanna move to, let's say, UK to practice as a nurse. So you're moving to Malta to do your bridging course. Now, after doing the bridging course and getting registered into the Maltese Nursing Council, then you get to practice you get to start practicing, right? So after practicing in Malta for at least 1 year, then you'll be qualified to just get a job in the UK and move. You don't need to do any other extra course, anything. You are just qualified already to move to the UK. So I see that as a good thing because I know a lot of people still want to move to the UK to practice. And also, studying the bridging course in Malta would give you the benefit of getting 70% of the tuition you paid when you were doing the course after like a period of maybe 1 year. I think, yeah, after the period of maybe 1 year, you will file to get 70% of what you paid when you were doing the bridging course. I mean, isn't that fantastic? And also, relocating to Malta still have other benefits like the free transportation and all that. I mean, I've mentioned a couple of them in my previous videos, so you can also watch it. Okay, now guys, let's come down to it. Which schools in Malta can you apply to? Which universities can you apply to as a nurse to do the bridging program and get your certification? Well, number one I have here to show is the University of Malta. I mean, University of Malta is the only government university in Malta actually. So we're going to be talking about this one first. If you want to come to University of Malta to study the nursing bridging course, then you can. because they offer it. The course you will go for is called Certificate for Graduates of Non-EU/EEA Nursing Programs. So that's the course, and I'm going to be putting the resources in the description, the links and all that would help you if you want to check them out, okay? The University of Malta Nursing Bridging course, it runs for about 6 months. Yeah, it runs for a period of 6 months, full time for someone coming from outside EU, right? And some of the requirements are you should possess like a diploma or a degree in nursing, okay? And the tuition, the cost for this program in University of Malta is 5,400 euros. Okay, 5,400 euros. The cost, I already said, the cost runs for 6 months, and the application fee is about 100 to 150 euros. I mean, I couldn't get the exact amount, but no, it will not exceed 150 euros. Also, University of Malta, they would require you to prove that you're able to speak English. Maybe English is your first language, and they have the requirement for each country. But for Nigeria, when you visit the page, they say if you have WAEC and you have at least C5 in English, then you are not required. Then you might not be required to take IELTS. That's the English test. And one more requirement that you should keep in mind is that you should have practiced nursing for at least 12 months within the last 5 years. You should have at least have 1 year work experience to be able to apply. So those are the major requirements, okay? And if you successfully complete the program, then you'll be qualified to apply for the Maltese Council of Nursing and Midwives to be able to get registered and certified and then start practicing as a nurse, okay? So the second school in our list is MCAST. That is Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology. So they also offer the nursing bridging course, and the course duration is also 6 months, and their tuition is as well 5,400 euros. But here, the requirements for them, I don't think they accept diploma. I mean, I sent them email, they've not gotten back to me, but the diploma from their website, they only stated that you should have your bachelor's in nursing. So I don't know if they really accept diploma and some other like nursing schools. I don't know, but because they stated bachelor in nursing, I don't know. And their application fee is 150 euros. I mean, it's almost the same thing as University of Malta. The only difference I see here is the requirement, which is the bachelor in nursing. And also I feel like University of Malta, I think they are more responsive. As a government university, so they are more responsive. But MCAS is also popular and they do well, okay? The third one here is Idea Academy Malta. So when I was doing my research, I think I like this particular school. Their requirements are still the same, and I think they're even more flexible because they can take diploma, they can take PhD, they can take degree. So any qualification you might have in nursing, it would be a good thing to maybe email them to say, for them to check out, if you want to hear from them directly. But I think they're more flexible. For this school, the course runs for 8 months. The nursing bridging course runs for 8 months if you want to go with Idea Academy Malta. And their tuition fee is a little higher than others. The tuition fee is 5,650 euros, and the application fee is also 150 euros, okay? So they are almost all the same, but I just like that this Idea Academy is straightforward. More aside from University of Malta, I think they are straightforward, and they have other courses that you can even consider if you're not a nurse or if you want to go into something else. Okay, and guys, I also want to let you know that I'm not a nurse or a medical practitioner in Malta. No, I'm not. I'm just someone that is sharing information with you. I mean, I've checked and I didn't see a lot of information on nursing in Malta. So I took it upon myself to research on it extensively and share the information with you if you're interested. Okay, and you can also let me know if there are some topics or if there are some areas you might want me to cover in my videos, and some questions you might want to get answered. You can just let me know in the comment section and I'll compile them to bring it up in my upcoming videos. Okay, and also I want to appreciate you guys for always liking my videos and also subscribing to my channel. Yeah, it also motivates me to bring out time to research on some topics and bring it to you. Okay, so thank you guys, and if you've not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing. Okay guys, so let's keep going. For someone that is not yet a nurse, or for someone that doesn't have a degree or anything, but you wanna become a nurse in the future, and the good news is you can study nursing in Malta from scratch. Let's say you already did science in your secondary school or high school, anyone you did, but let's say you did science, but now you want to become a nurse, you want to study nursing in the university for your bachelor's, then you can apply to University of Malta. You can also apply to MCAS and some of that. The duration is 3 years, but and for University of Malta, the tuition fee is 10,800 euros for the 3 years. And for MCAS, I think their tuition is like 13,000 something euros after they deduct some scholarships, you know. I mean, we still have some other universities that you might check out if you want to do your bachelor's in nursing straight up. And after the bachelor's degree, you can also get registered into the nursing council. Okay, so guys, one thing you should know is that once you are registered into the Maltese Nursing and Midwifery Council, then you are eligible to apply to any of the countries in the EU. So you have the opportunity to practice, let's say in Germany, let's say in Spain, let's say in Holland, in all the countries in EU, as long as you meet their own language requirement, right? So once you are registered as a nurse and you want to move to a different EU country, if you can speak their language or anything they tell you, then that's all you might need, and that's it. And I think that's a great thing as well. And if you are planning on applying, it's good to start making preparations as early as possible. I mean, the entries are usually October. Most schools in Malta, their entries are maybe February or October, but for this nursing is usually October. And so if you are planning on applying, you need to make your application at least before June. Okay, any year you are applying for, you need to apply as early as maybe June to be able to be considered to get your admission and as well to get your visa before the course starts. Okay, and the process involved, if you've picked a school that you want to go with, is you submit your application to the school, you get a response from the school, you pay your application fee, you get your decision / your offer letter, then you pay your tuition fee, then the school would send the Identity Malta for your visa process, and after that you get your visa and move to Malta. So that's it guys. Let me know in the comment section if you're considering moving to Malta or some other countries as a nurse. And also let me know if you still have some questions that you want me to answer. You can also reach me on Instagram or via email as well. And all these are just for you to make a personal decision on where you want to go, where you want to be, and the decision is all yours. And you also weigh your merits and demerits and know which one adds up for you. If you're considering other countries, that's fine too. If you're considering like practicing in the UK, that's fine, but you also check the time it might take you, or if you'll be able to get a job from where you are already. I mean, make all this research and decide for yourself. And that's all for this video. Okay guys, so I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, keep being happy. Ciao ciao.